What if I told you that you could completely transform your entire day before you've even had your first sip of coffee? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into. We're going to break down the science of how mastering that very first hour after you wake up can set you up for success without you having to work any harder.
But first, I want you to ask yourself this. Is your morning actually working for you, or is it working against you? I mean, really think about it. Does it feel like this chaotic scramble of notifications, emails, and just stress? For way too many of us, the morning is completely reactive, which means we start the day already feeling like we're a step behind.
But what if there was another way? A way to intentionally design your morning to set a positive, proactive tone for the rest of your day. Now, this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It's a powerful tool that high performers use all the time to slash their stress and boost their productivity.
So, okay, how do we actually fix this? Well, we've got to start with the science. To build a better morning, we first need to understand the powerful biology that's running the show behind the scenes. And believe it or not, it all comes down to your body's internal clock.
You've probably heard of this before, right? It's your circadian rhythm. Think of it as this natural internal 24-hour clock that dictates pretty much everything, from when you feel sleepy to when you feel alert and energized. And one of its most important jobs is managing a key hormone, cortisol.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. This slide shows you the difference between a healthy cortisol response and, well, a not-so-great one. That sharp peak you see on the left, that is exactly what you want. It's your body's natural, energizing wake-up call. And you know what the single most powerful trigger for that healthy spike is? Getting just 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight. It literally tells your brain, hey, it's time to be alert. Now contrast that with grabbing your phone first thing, which triggers a stress response and can actually flatten out this healthy, motivating peak.
So we get the science now. We know why our mornings matter so much. But what do we actually do? Let's get practical. Here's a super simple framework you can use to put all this knowledge into action.
And here it is, a brilliant and powerful method called SAVERS. It's a handy acronym for 6 habits you can do in as little as 6 minutes. And look, this isn't about adding more stress to your life. It's about starting your day with intention. Just a minute of quiet breathing, a fun affirmation, visualizing your goals, a quick stretch. Each one of these tiny little acts helps set a positive tone.
Okay, so you've got the science and you have a framework. But let's be totally honest, building new habits is tough, right? Our brains are wired to stick with what's easy and familiar. So how in the world do we make these new behaviors actually stick without it feeling like this constant uphill battle of willpower?
Well, the answer is a simple but incredibly powerful technique called habit stacking. Instead of trying to find the motivation for a totally new habit out of thin air, you just link it directly to a routine you already do without even thinking about it.
Here's a perfect example. You probably already make coffee every morning, don't you? That's your anchor habit. It's automatic. By linking a new habit, like writing down one thing you're grateful for directly to that existing one, you're basically using a well-worn path in your brain. The old habit becomes the trigger for the new one, and it starts to feel almost automatic too.
Now, this is a really crucial point. This is not about perfectly copying someone else's routine you saw online. The real power here comes from personalization, from building a morning that actually serves you and your unique goals. Just take a look at these 2 legendary writers. Haruki Murakami has this unbelievably disciplined morning. He's up at 4 a.m., writes for hours, and then runs a 10K. Then you have Joan Didion, who often started her work in the late afternoon and felt lucky to get a single good paragraph down. Both were absolute geniuses. It just goes to show there is no single right way to be productive.
And we see the exact same thing with elite athletes. LeBron James's routine is built for explosive power and longevity. Cristiano Ronaldo's is all about precision and recovery, and Serena Williams famously uses dancing in her conditioning to keep things engaging. The takeaway couldn't be clearer. Their goals shape their routines. The best plan is always the one that's designed for you.
So, as we wrap this up, let's go back to that awesome idea of habit stacking. I want you to think of your current routine as a sturdy bookshelf. It's already there. The only question left is, what's the first, small, new book, that one tiny new habit that you're going to place on your shelf tomorrow morning?